Hey everyone, welcome back to the ATD Movie Channel on YouTube. This is another installment of our new series, You Know What's a Good Movie? Here's a quick recap. The first film in our series was Forrest Gump. The second film we reviewed was Toy Story. And of course, the connection between the two films was the great Tom Hanks. Today we're going to take a look at The Incredibles. And if you haven't figured it out already, Toy Story and The Incredibles share the same studio, Pixar. Let's jump right into it. The Incredibles was released in 2004, 9 years and 5 films after the release of Toy Story. The studio was releasing one hit after another and could do no wrong. The superhero genre was right about to explode in 2004, with 6 superhero films being released that year alone. But The Incredibles was an original property, with no comic book before it. It was written and directed by Brad Bird, whose claim to fame was the beloved animated film, The Iron Giant. I'd like to start by discussing the voice talent. The movie stars Craig T. Nelson, Holly Hunter, Samuel L. Jackson, and Jason Lee as the main characters. Craig T. Nelson plays Bob, aka Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible was the most famous superhero of his time. He was idolized by the entire city, until a big mishap led to legislation banning all superheroes. We follow Bob, aka Mr. Incredible, as he floats through his depressed life, with a never-ending desire to return to his glory days. Craig T. Nelson is terrific. He conveys sadness and depression, all while selling us on the fact that he's a physically huge character. While the story is primarily about Mr. Incredible, we cannot forget about the supporting talent. Holly Hunter plays Mr. Incredible's wife, Elastigirl. Similar to Nelson, Holly Hunter must portray a worrisome wife and mother of 3, while still showing us that she can kick some serious butt. Samuel L. Jackson plays the hilarious best friend of Mr. Incredible, Frozone, and the two of them go out at night listening to the police radio as they reminisce about yesteryear. And lastly, Jason Lee plays the villain, Syndrome. Lee is funny and plays a lovable loser. We hate him, but we can't help but laugh every time he takes a shot at one of the Incredibles. The voice cast is great, and the story is too. And one of the things that sets the film apart from other Pixar movies is the action. Till this day, the movie has some of the best action sequences ever created for an animated film. The superheroes fight various obstacles, other humans, and even big huge machines as they try to take down Syndrome. And the location settings are gorgeous. The city, the clothing, the cars, and the buildings have a retro look to them that resembles America in the 1960s. And it still finds a way to make it all feel contemporary, rather than make this a period piece. The character designs are perfect for the world they created. There's a visible difference in the animation showcased in Toy Story versus The Incredibles. Pixar began raising the bar with every subsequent film, and it truly shows in this movie. The Incredibles, at its core, is a story about family, and you can't tell a story about family without it having heart and soul. And again, Brad Bird wrote the film. It has a ton of heart. Bob is just a man trying to provide for his family. Sure, he has selfish motives at first, but in the end, he realizes that his family is the most important thing in the world. Bob wants to be a good husband and father, and you can see it in the character's face and actions. And when the family comes together towards the end of the film to collectively beat the villain, it's a total delight. It feels genuine and plausible within this film world. The Incredibles is still regarded as Pixar's best film by many. I personally rank it among the top 3 Pixar films ever made, and I regularly go back to the movie, finding things that I didn't notice before. The movie, like so many other Pixar films, has generated a massive amount of appeal and merchandising. The movie was a huge success, both commercially and with critics. It has a nearly perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes of 97%, and was nominated for 4 Academy Awards. It won 2 of those 4 nominations, including Best Achievement in Sound Editing, as well as Best Animated Feature Film of the Year. And lucky for all of us that fell in love with these characters, Pixar has announced The Incredibles 2, coming in 2018. So what did you think of our current pick in the series? Can you guess where we're going next? What will the connection be to The Incredibles? Go to our YouTube page and click the subscribe button to be notified of new content uploaded regularly. And if you like the video, please be sure to leave us a comment or hit the like button. And hey, you know what's a good movie? The Incredibles. Thanks for watching, everyone.